Shalom uvracha. I am Tuvia Breuer, your friend Michael Breyer. In a previous communication, I mentioned that an unadulterated form of the book Mגיד Divrav LeYaakov is no longer available. That is because all of the editions published in our generation are tainted by the propaganda of the Lubavitcher dynasty. To a Breslover, this poses a problem. In Likutei Moharan, Rabbi Nachman recommends that we read the book, but only if needed. It is almost as though he regarded it as a medication for some sort of illness. That applied in his generation. At the time, it went by the title of Likutei Amarim. This is a source of confusion for some, because when Shneir Zalman Miliadi published his work, he gave it the same name, thus leading to a case of mistaken identity. Eventually, they renamed it Tanya, subtitled Sefer Shel Beinonim. The Chabad Lubavitch 770 movement has its own publishing house called Kehos of Crown Heights. Their printing presses produce both books, complete with their own in-house interpretations and interpolations. The Breslovers consider them an unreliable source of information. There is also an edition of Mגיד Divrav LeYaakov available from Toldos Aaron Mareches Emuna, but alas, that too is influenced by Lubavitcher propaganda. They have penetrated Mea Shearim. The goal of learning Mגיד Divrav LeYaakov is to learn the Derech HaBaal Shem Tov. Rabbi Nachman said that it should also be acceptable to read books that are like Mגיד Divrav LeYaakov. Presumably, he was talking about the other Sifrei HaMagid. There are two of them, Likutim Yekurim and Yosher Divrei Emes. Alas, they too have been tainted by Lubavitcher propaganda. Hopefully, you begin to see how ubiquitous they have become. May I propose an alternative solution? The Baal Shem Tov's name was Israel, and he was not a rabbi, he was a janitor. He was approached by a man named Adam Baal Shem Tov. He belonged to a secret group of tzaddikim called the Nestorim. Presumably, they all received that title. It means owner of a good reputation. The name Nestorim just means hidden people. They might have been Jews, Gentiles, a partnership of the two, or something that is neither. There ensued a 10-year tutelage under the auspices of Achia Hashiloni, or Ahijah the Shilonite, a prophet who served on the Sanhedrin, or Senate, of King David. A Sanhedrin is like the court of rabbinic law. It is possible that Adam Baal Shem Tov might have been Adam Harishon, or Adam, the first man. Some say that he is the author of Sefer Yetzirah, and some say that it is a book of the Zohar. As such, Adam might be considered Jew, Gentile, or neither. If he wrote the book, it would be considered Kabbalah, but not necessarily Jewish or Gentile. In short, I would like to posit that the Nestorim were the Baalei Shem Tov, and that they are the Lamed Vav Tzadikim Nistarim. They are the 36 hidden righteous people that support each and every generation through their considerable merit. they need not be Jews, for if they are not of Israelite ancestry, then they are Noahides, which are considered non-Jews of the Mosaic faith. In other words, they do not believe in the New Testament, yet they do not convert to Judaism. They are symbolized by the 36 lights of the 8 days of Hanukkah, which is the holiday's full name. For every one of the 36 tzaddikim nisterim in the diaspora, there is one in the Holy Land, totaling 72. That might be because they correspond one to the other as a form of simultaneous existence, making them coextensive with one another. It is worth mentioning at this point that the Tanya is essentially an exposition of the Ra'aya Mehemna, which in turn is essentially just an explication of the Zohar. To study the Tanya is to study Zohar. It also contains influences of the Shloah and Maharal, both Kabbalists from the diaspora. In summary, I would like to recommend 3 books to replace the Sifrei HaMagid that have been lost to us. Rabbi Moshe Cordovero, known by the acronym Ramak, wrote a commentary on both the Zohar and Sefer Yetzirah, for he considered them as one. Since Adam Harishon is a possible author of Sefer Yetzirah, you might be getting some of the Derech Ba'alei Shem Tov Hanisterim. It is also possible that the Ramak is a tzaddik of Eretz Yisroel that corresponds to the Gra Zal Mivilna, a tzaddik of Chutz La'aretz, via the mystery of simultaneous existences. Last but not least, I would like to recommend reading the book Mגיד Miשרים, written by Rabbi Yosef Karo, author of the Shulchan Aruch. It is the conversations he recorded of an angel whose appointed task it was to reveal heavenly secrets to him. Over the years, the Mezer Magid came to be known as the Mגיד Miשרים, whilst the book Mגיד Miשרים came to be known as Sefer HaMagid. To add to the confusion, Rabbi Dov Ber's collection of books came to be called Sifrei HaMagid, which sounds almost exactly alike. I hope this doesn't sound too paranoid, but if I didn't know better, I'd say there was a conspiracy to have people confuse the Mezritcher's book, Mגיד Divrav LeYaakov, with Rabbi Yosef Karo's book, Mגיד Miשרים, which makes an excellent companion to his Shulchan Aruch. The Lubavitcher publishing house Kehos is named after a family of Levites, but this does not mean you should confuse Lubavitch for Levites, although they sound very much alike. May I also point out that the Baal HaTanya's foremost disciple, Rabbi Aaron Siegel the Levite, wrote a sequel to the Tanya, thus making him effectively the 8th Lubavitcher Rebbe in the minds of some. The Levites are supposed to comprise the majority of the Sanhedrin, which is like the Senate in a Jewish monarchy. That is because they are considered the tribe of scholars. The main problem with this is that they want more power, and that they need not be on the Sanhedrin at all. To make matters more complicated, the Kohanim, or hereditary Levitical priesthood, is destined to be replaced by the Bechoros, or the firstborn sons of each and every Israelite tribe, including mine, the tribe of Judah. And I am a firstborn son so I am destined to receive the priesthood as well. So, Rabbi Nachman's directive cannot be fulfilled directly, but one acceptable substitute is the Magid Meshuram because it presents extra pietist measures that are ethical teachings based on mysticism coming from a pure source. That should curtail further Lubavitcher encroachments.